Hello, everyone. Well, we're going to see a warm front today in Nebraska and then a cold front tomorrow. So, what that means is that we are expecting a rain chance both days, but also some very hot temperatures before that cold front comes through. So, let's get things started at 8 a.m. this morning. And we are talking about some isolated showers, a couple of weak storms, mainly in the eastern half of the state. Definitely gaps, but I do need to mention the chance pretty much anywhere in the eastern half of the state for encountering a shower or weak storm for the morning commute, but it is far from a guarantee. There are definitely gaps out there, but I do need to mention the chance. Now, this isolated activity is probably going to become even more and more isolated as we go through the morning hours. Let's stop things at lunchtime, and I'll still mention the chance for a stray shower or two central, eastern Nebraska, but not much. Most are going to be dry at lunchtime. But just as this isolated activity fizzles out, guess what? In the western part of the state, that warm front is going to be pushing in, and we're going to see new isolated activity fire up. And it's this isolated activity that's going to try and push across the state, and it's this isolated activity where we could be talking about a couple of severe storms beginning about 4 o'clock this afternoon everywhere east of Scotts Bluff. It looks like that's where the activity is going to be firing up. And look at the difference in temperatures. So look at those triple digits in the panhandle, where the warm front already pushing in this afternoon. And then as you go to the east, generally getting cooler, though keep in mind, more humidity in the east, so not as cool as you might think. We're only seeing low to mid-90s in a lot of places in the eastern half of the state. Going to be feeling hotter than that. And also not much wind in central or eastern Nebraska, but where that warm front's coming through, it is going to be breezy over in the panhandle. So it looks like we're going to see the peak of the activity very late this afternoon and early this evening in the central part of the state. Now, we're not talking about widespread rain. It is going to remain isolated activity, but see those dark shades of red? The storms that are able to pop up will be able to produce possibly wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour and quarter-size hail. But not everybody is going to be seeing rain. So there's 6 o'clock, there's 8 o'clock, and notice still some intense storms showing up. But look what happens when we get to 10 o'clock. And just as the activity starts to push into eastern Nebraska, looks like it's going to be weakening. So I'm definitely going to keep the chance for the eastern part of the state, Lincoln, Omaha, for isolated showers and storms this evening, probably beginning around 9, 10 o'clock. Right now, it's looking like it's a very small chance that those storms will still be severe. If we're going to see severe storms, it's probably going to be in the central part of the state. And by the time I get to 10 o'clock, the chance is really low, and I think it's completely over with by midnight. And notice how the activity really fizzling out at this point, too. And we're just talking about a stray shower or two. So that's the warm front. Now we got to talk about the cold front coming tomorrow. But I do want to stress tomorrow, for the vast majority of us, is going to be a hotter day because that cold front is not arriving for many until very late. So 8 a.m. in the morning, I think it's going to be completely dry. I don't think that front will start to push into the far western part of the state until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So for Scotts Bluff, you're probably going to be a little bit cooler tomorrow than today, but everyone else looking hotter, and particularly in central and eastern Nebraska. Now, I know we're seeing those low triple digits in the western part of the state, but really from Kearney on to the east, that's where it's going to be not just these really hot temperatures, upper 90s, low 100s, but really high humidity as well. So once again, we're talking about a heat advisory for tomorrow afternoon with feels-like temperatures honestly looking like between 105 to as high as 110 in a couple spots in central and eastern Nebraska. The one thing that'll help tomorrow a little bit, it will be breezy across the entire state, gusts 20, 25 miles per hour. Notice how many are going to be dry at 3 o'clock because the showers and storms are going to be along that front. So beginning the rain chance around the Scotts Bluff area at 3 o'clock. And let's track how that rain is going to move across the state. At 6 o'clock, still largely limited to the panhandle. We'll bring in the chance for some isolated activity firing up ahead of the front. It doesn't look like there is going to be much. And look, even at 6 o'clock, how many are still around 100 degrees? How about 9 o'clock? Well, that activity, the scattered activity, is trying to push into the central part of the state, but still looking like a lot of us are going to be dry. By the time we get to midnight, now we're seeing some more improvement to the east as that cold front slowly moves these. Look at the difference in temperatures. You can see where those cooler temperatures are. Look how the activity also weakening. So now becoming, by the time we get to midnight, more likely to be showers than storms. Also, not even concerned about severe storms even in the panhandle for tomorrow afternoon. It looks like these are just going to be regular showers and storms. And again, by midnight, probably mostly showers. I'll tell you what, it looks like the front will be over the Lincoln, Omaha area very early Wednesday morning. So our best chance of rain in the Lincoln, Omaha area is looking like for the Wednesday morning commute.